Whatever the occasion, you can always find unique gifts through Colorado Ghost Creek Outdoor Adventures. The followings are snippets of videos that I gave my mom and dad and my sister when I visited them back in December about a year ago. I wanted Woody to create some pendants that I would give to my mom and my sister, and I wanted to find some crystals that I could give my dad from the Colorado mountains. I was going back home for just before Christmas and for my dad's birthday, and so Woody took me to the mountains and I went on the search for Colorado crystals, and I came home with beautiful smoky quartz and crystal quartz, and we looked at them and see if we could actually use them. So Woody made 3 pendants from the crystal quartz that I found. One for my mother, one for my sister, and then one for me. I wasn't there when he first cut the crystal quartz that I found that day in the mountains, but I caught him working on one of the pendants. So right here on this video, he's actually faceting one of the pendants. And as you can see, it's very meticulous work. It's very detailed, and I know that Woody pays a lot of attention to those details. Here are the 3 pendants that came out from that crystal quartz. Just beautiful pieces, very detailed. And then here's a smoky quartz that I also found that day. So here you can actually see purple lines on the crystal. This is where Woody is going to cut the crystal into pieces. He carefully looked into it and chose where to cut it in order to have clean pieces for the pendants with no inclusions inside. Here as well, very meticulous work, and once he's done, this is what he ended up with. A few good pieces from that crystal. And from these we get to pick the 3 best pieces. You can see as he shines the light through each one of them that there are no inclusions. They are as clear as can be. So these will be the ones that he will be using for the smoky quartz pendants. Again, paying attention to details right here, making sure that he is definitely picking the best pieces out of all the pieces that he cut, because if these don't work, he's gonna have to go smaller. But here they are, beautiful smoky quartz pendant, and here are the 6 pendants that he made. Now it's time to give those beautiful gifts away to my mom and my sister. So I wanted them to have a video to see where the crystals came from, how they were made, and obviously I wanted to close the video with them receiving that gift. So here I am at my mom's house, and I'm asking both of them to pick a box that I had wrapped. I have to say that knowing what they are about to get out of those gifts and watching their eyes and their expressions is just priceless. As they open the boxes, they come across little bags in which each pendants are in. And also in that little bag is a birth certificate that comes along with each jewelry that Woody creates. Everybody is in awe, and there was a lot of oohs and ahs when they took the pendants out. And my mother actually didn't believe when I told her that I was the one who had gone to the mountains with Woody to find those crystals, and that those pendants were coming from those crystals. She only believed it when I actually showed her the video that I made that showed that I was in the mountain, that I found the crystals, and that she saw that Woody was actually cutting and making those pendants. That's the type of quality of jewelry that Woody makes. It looks like something that you buy in the store. Since the birth certificate is all in English and none of them speak English, I had to translate and explain what it all meant. So I explained to them that it is a birth certificate that Woody makes with every piece of jewelry that he makes, and that it mentions the weight of the gem as well as the size, the date of birth, which is the actual date that Woody is done with the pendant, and the cut. It also mentions who made this piece of jewelry and who found it, in this case, me.
Merci Woody, très joli, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, c'est un beau cadeau.
Thanks Woody, they love it. Well done.
Thank you.
I wanted to get my dad some Colorado crystals, and so Woody took me on a different day again to the mountains. When I was a child, I would go on hikes with my dad. My dad loves nature. Besides being very knowledgeable about crystals and very talented at making jewelry, Woody is extremely knowledgeable about Colorado plants. So Woody took the time to educate me on a few plants that we saw on our hike so I could show them to my dad, because I want my dad to see what I do and my environment, because I know that that's what he enjoys. What amazes me about Woody is that every time we're on a hike, I could go past some rocks because they look just ordinary to me, but he will know exactly what kind of rock it is, and he will never miss an opportunity to pick it up, crack it open, look inside, analyze it, and just have fun with it. On this hike, I find beautiful pieces of fluorite. What are you doing now? What did you do?
So I put a cerium oxide powder. That's what this is, super cerium oxide. This is a polishing compound. I put it on a felt pad and then spread it out. Now, when this starts up, it's going to be all sorts of bumping and jumping, but it'll polish up this stone really well. See what we come up with. It's going to be loud, and I'd also stand back a little bit because it's going to spray. That's why this is all like that. That's just the start. Dry that off real quick like. Only in certain angles will you see the shine start to come out yet. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to take a process of that.
Woody polished all the fluorite pieces and then shone a light through them to show me the beauty of nature. These pieces of fluorite are extraordinary, and I know that my dad is going to love them. I gifted my dad 7 pieces of fluorite plus a smoky quartz crystal. And the look on his face when I asked for a flashlight is just priceless. He has absolutely no idea about what's to come. With the flashlight in hand, I show him a few pieces of the fluorite, and I explain to him that as we try to polish the heart-shaped one, it started to lose its shape, so we had to stop, and he's all confused about the fact that we polished it. So I explained to him that Woody did it, and that a video would come that would explain everything. Remember that piece of smoky quartz that I found in the mountains? And that was turned to pendants for my mother, my sister, and myself? When I came back home after my trip, I noticed that the stockings at my place were stuffed. So I asked Woody what he did. And he proceeded to tell me that he gifted my boys and me with a special gift. And that gift is a keychain that is made of a deer antler. And in that deer antler, he put a little gem that he faceted from that smoky quartz, which means that my boys, my mom, my sister, and myself are connected through that smoky quartz, even though we're an ocean away from each other.
Thank you for the gift, Woody.
Thank you, Woody.
Appreciate it. It's cool.
It's very nice.
Thank you, Woody, for these unique gifts. To know that I am connected with my sons and my family in France through some beautiful crystals that I have found myself in the Colorado mountains is priceless. This is truly next level jewelry.